Your person has come to a painful yet necessary realization: the physical and emotional distance between you isn't just a coincidence but rather a result of their own choices and actions. They now understand that this separation is ultimately their fault, and it weighs heavily on them, knowing that their lack of commitment, honesty, and vulnerability hurt you. They feel the weight of regret because, in hindsight, they see all the missed opportunities to show up for you and make you feel valued. It's become clear to them that by holding back, by refusing to step forward with the love and courage you deserved, they have only caused you pain. This person, however, feels that their feelings for you run deeper and are far more passionate than you may ever realize. They harbor a reservoir of emotions, love, admiration, and even a quiet reverence that they never fully express to you. Yet, instead of showing you this love and loyalty, they kept those emotions locked away, hidden behind walls of their own making. In the past, they believed that staying guarded was a way of protecting themselves, but now they see that it was only a way to keep you out. They realize, too late perhaps, that by failing to communicate the extent of their feelings, they inadvertently made you feel unappreciated or even unloved. What you may not see, what they regret not showing, is just how much they genuinely feel for you. The intensity of their love has always been there, but their fear of vulnerability prevented them from sharing it with you. Now, at this moment, their heart is filled with the overwhelming urge to reach out to you, to tell you the truth, to admit to their own shortcomings, and to offer you a sincere apology. They know that their past behavior, marked by broken promises, trust issues, and excuses, created a wedge between you both. The memory of these instances haunts them, and they now long to take full responsibility for the pain they caused. There's an aching desire in them to apologize for the times they dismissed your concerns, ignored your efforts, or left you feeling uncertain and unworthy of the love you deserve. In their heart, they know that you offered them your patience and understanding, despite the times they responded with coldness or indifference. Looking back, they are almost shocked by their own behavior, realizing how dismissive and even arrogant they were in their responses to your texts, calls, or expressions of care. What makes this realization even more painful for them is the contrast between your behavior and theirs. While they may have been abrupt, guarded, or even unkind, you, on the other hand, treated them with such gentle love, empathy, and acceptance. You showed them the best of what love could be: compassionate, forgiving, and resilient, even when they didn't deserve it. They are now painfully aware that, instead of appreciating these qualities, they took them for granted. This memory, this comparison, makes their heart ache with regret, for it highlights the gap between the love you offered and the coldness they often returned. The realization of how poorly they treated you, in contrast to your kindness, humbles them deeply and makes them feel unworthy of your love. Recently, they began to distance themselves from toxic influences and people who had clouded their perspective, people who had made them question their worth and their ability to trust others. In this space of self-reflection, away from the noise and negativity, they've been able to see things more clearly. They now understand that these toxic influences didn't just affect their outlook on life but also their treatment of you. Isolated from this negativity, they have finally connected with a more authentic part of themselves, a part that was perhaps always there but buried under layers of insecurity and fear. This separation allowed them to connect with their higher self, which, in turn, led them to see their past mistakes with newfound clarity. Through this process of self-discovery, they see you in a new light, not as someone who simply stood by them, but as someone who helped elevate them to a higher level of consciousness. Your unwavering love and the gentle way you encouraged them to look inward helped them raise their own awareness and accountability. This personal growth journey, painful as it has been, would not have been possible without your influence. They now see you as a guiding presence in their life, someone who quietly taught them to aspire to be better, to shed the negativity that held them back, and to step into a more conscious, loving version of themselves. In their heart, they hope for a chance to make things right, to let you see this transformed part of them. They want to express their gratitude for the love you showed them, even when they didn't appreciate it. They want you to know that they've changed, that they now see what they could not see before. They long for the opportunity to show you the depth of their love, free of the barriers that once held them back, and to let you know that, finally, they are ready to meet you with the love, openness, and respect you deserve. I know it might be hard for you to believe, but I am keeping my distance to protect us. I am trying to shield our happiness from people who feel jealousy when they see us together, looking content and complete. They may not understand, or perhaps they simply don't like seeing us flourish as a couple. I know it isn't fair, but that's the reality of it. I don't want to risk any negativity or interference that could cast a shadow over the beautiful connection we have. That's why, for now, I'm choosing to stay at a distance, but please understand, this separation isn't forever. I'm taking this time to work on myself, to fix things in my life that need healing, closure, and resolution, so that when the time is right, we can be together without any reservations or outside distractions. I realize that my silence must bother you deeply. I can only imagine the doubts and questions it stirs within you. You're probably wondering whether I truly want this relationship, if I'm truly committed to us, or if I've already walked away emotionally. Let me put those doubts to rest, my love. If I didn't care about us, if I didn't see a future with you, I wouldn't be putting so much effort into transforming my life right now. Everything I'm doing, all these changes I'm making, are not just for me, they are for us. There is a clear purpose driving me, and that purpose is to build a stable foundation so that we can have a life together, whether that means getting married or committing to a lifelong partnership. This journey isn't easy, but knowing what lies at the end, a future with you, keeps me going, keeps me focused. I know that in this moment, you're feeling disappointed. You might even be hurt, thinking I should have fought harder for us in the past, that I should have stood up for our relationship more boldly and not allowed fear to hold me back. I understand why you feel this way, and I wish I could go back in time and do things differently. The truth, though, is that I was overwhelmed by my fear of the unknown. I wasn't ready to let go of the familiar, even though the familiar didn't fulfill me the way our love does. I thought, or maybe convinced myself, that I could fill the void by pursuing material things, by distracting myself with other pursuits. But I've come to realize how wrong I was. There is no substitute for the connection we share, nothing material or superficial can replace it. I see that so clearly now. Our connection is something special, something unique and precious. It's not just emotional, it's spiritual, almost magical. There's a profound sense of belonging, a deep satisfaction that comes from being with you, from knowing you, from simply sharing this bond. This connection fills me with a sense of purpose, of meaning that I've never found elsewhere. It's as though we're connected on a level that defies explanation. When we're together, I feel a completeness that nothing else in my life has ever given me, and it's that feeling that I hold on to when things get difficult or when doubts creep in. Please, my love, hold on just a little longer. This distance and this silence are not indicators of me pulling away, they are signs that I am working hard to create a path for us. I am taking this time to grow, to strengthen myself, and to prepare for a future where we don't have to be apart, where we can stand strong together, regardless of what others think or say. The work I'm doing now is as much for you as it is for me, because I want to be the person you deserve. I want to be ready, fully and completely, so that when we finally come together, we can build something lasting and meaningful without any lingering insecurities or unresolved issues weighing us down. So please, understand that my silence isn't a lack of love or a lack of commitment. It's quite the opposite. I'm putting everything I have into this process so that when the time comes, I can give myself to you completely, without hesitation. I want to create a future that's worthy of the love we share, a future that's stable, peaceful, and filled with joy. Until then, I ask for your patience and your trust, because I know in my heart that what we have is worth the wait, worth the work, and worth every sacrifice. No matter how long this journey takes, no matter what obstacles we have to overcome, please believe me when I say that every step I take, I'm taking it with you in mind. Our love is my guiding star, and it's leading me back to you. Your partner is struggling with a deep fear that they may have lost you for good, a fear that feels almost unbearable to them. The thought that you might not forgive them weighs heavily on their heart, and they are tormented by the possibility that their own mistakes could cause you to walk away. Just imagining that you might reject them over their past behavior fills them with sadness and regret. They understand that they have let you down, and the distance between you both now is a painful reminder of the hurt they've caused. It breaks their heart to feel you pulling away, to sense that you no longer give them the same energy, attention, or importance as before. This realization has been difficult for them to face, as they know it was their actions that created the misunderstanding between you two. In the time since things have changed between you, they've had to look within themselves in a way they hadn't before. They want you to know that your presence in their life has been nothing short of transformative. They are becoming more mature and growing into a better version of themselves, thanks to you. Whether you realize it or not, you've taught them so many valuable lessons, showing them a perspective on life they hadn't considered before. Through your strength, patience, and unwavering loyalty, you've inspired them to become someone better. The changes they're going through now aren't just for the sake of winning you back, but are the result of a genuine shift within them, a newfound understanding of what it means to be a better partner and a more reliable person. Your partner recognizes that you deserve a relationship that brings stability and commitment, things they may have taken lightly in the past. They now see that these qualities aren't just words but actions that require consistency, dedication, and the willingness to show up for someone else. You've shown them this by example, standing by them through some of life's most challenging moments, never wavering in your support. They admire you immensely for this strength. While they may not have always expressed it, they have seen how you were always there for them, offering love, encouragement, and a sense of stability that they've come to realize is rare and precious. In truth, they never thought you'd take back your power. They assumed that you would always be there, patiently waiting, and perhaps they grew comfortable in that assumption. It's only now, with the painful realization that you've pulled back, that they truly see what they had. They are coming to terms with the fact that they may have taken you for granted, assuming that your love was an unbreakable constant. The shock of your distance has made them see the value of what they had with you in a way that's shaken them to their core. They never imagined that you, of all people, would reclaim your energy and focus on yourself. The moment you took a step back, it was as though the ground beneath them shifted, forcing them to confront their own shortcomings and the ways they might have let you down. Now, your partner wants nothing more than to prove to you that they've changed. They are committed to becoming the person you deserve, someone who values you and treats you with the respect, love, and stability you've always offered them. They're not asking for your forgiveness lightly. They know they must earn it by showing you that they're truly different, that they're ready to be the partner who meets your needs. They hope that, in time, you'll see their growth and perhaps find it within yourself to let them back into your life. They are willing to put in the effort it takes to regain your trust and show you that they no longer take this relationship, or you, for granted. It's clear to them now that this relationship is not something to be complacent about. They want you to know that the lessons they've learned because of you have had a profound impact on them. Your strength, patience, and unwavering support have taught them more than they could ever have imagined. And even if you choose not to give them another chance, they are grateful for the ways you have helped them grow. They are starting to understand what it means to be a better person, and they are determined to carry these lessons forward, regardless of what the future holds. Your partner understands that this transformation alone may not be enough to fix things between you, but they hope it's a start. They want you to see the changes within them and recognize that they're now striving to be someone who deserves the kind of love and loyalty you have shown them. They know that only time, patience, and their consistent actions will rebuild the bridge between you, and they are ready to put in that work, hoping that one day, you'll see the new person they're becoming and perhaps find it in your heart to reconnect.